Hey everyone, Jen Waugh here with the latest installment of our Justice for All series, where we ask you, the viewer, to send us questions you have about crime and safety in your neighborhood, and we get those answered from local law enforcement. Our latest comes from a viewer in St. Johns County. Specifically, she's concerned about an incident that she had, a close call, in fact, as she was walking out of a grocery store in Rivertown in St. Johns County. So we called St. Johns County Sheriff Rob Hardwick, and he is here now to help answer this question and more for viewers, specifically about e-bikes on sidewalks. Sheriff, thanks for being with us.
Jen,
Appreciate
thanks for having
you.
me on as always. Thank you very much.
All right, so this is a little bit of an unusual question because it involves private property. So this viewer specifically said and asked whether or not stores are required to put up notices telling e-bike drivers and e-scooter drivers not to ride on sidewalks outside of stores. Is there a law associated with that or a rule?
No, just as you mentioned, private property, if they do want to post it, they're more than welcome to do it. It's private property. And they have every right to post it and enforce people trespassing on their property per se. So again, private property and public roads or highway, two separate worlds.
What about public sidewalks? Are e-bikes/e-scooters allowed on sidewalks?
Yeah, so currently under Florida State Statute 316.2065, it's covered under the bicycle statute. So it was stuck in there years ago, where it currently sits today, and it's treated as a bicycle.
Which means they have to yield to walkers and follow the same rules as a car, stopping at all stop signs, following traffic signals, and they can't ride more than two side by side. Sheriff Hardwick says any riders under the age of 16 are required to also wear a helmet. If not, they can be cited, and the fine is $64.
If an e-bike rider or e-scooter rider causes some kind of damage or gets into an accident, can that driver be held accountable for the damage or even worse?
Absolutely. So it can be, worked as under a Florida driver's traffic crash. The damage can be, of course, if you hit a vehicle, of course, it's a traffic crash. So we work as a traffic crash just like we would as a bicycle. Maybe a bicycle going into an area where they didn't stop and yield right away or didn't stop at a stop sign, didn't yield to pedestrian traffic. Yes, we would work that just as we did with Pine Island Academy when the school year started. The e-bike rider ran into the pregnant mother and knocked her down. We worked it as a traffic crash, a bicycle crash.
And so then that rider would be held responsible?
At fault. Yes, ma'am.
Sheriff, thank you for your time. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
And for answer those questions, that's what Justice for All is all about, right? Getting your questions, going to local law enforcement, whether it be St. Johns County, Duval, or surrounding counties, and getting the answers to those questions for you about crime and safety where you live. If you have a question, send them to us. We'd love to hear from you. You can do that by looking for the Justice for All page on our website, news4jax.com, and we have that QR code as well, which will take you right there so you can fill out the form. Jennifer Waugh, Channel 4, the local station.
All right, so be sure to check more on Jen's story on news4jax.com. It'll be put on there later this morning for more information, because a lot of parents may not realize that your teenagers are changing e-bikes to make them illegal on sidewalks. So she's going to explain what you need to look for to make sure you know what's going on with your kids. It's under the Justice for All tab.